Hey up guys, what's going on and welcome back to York City. Safe to say, didn't go well last time out. But let's move on and focus on Lincoln and Reading instead. Of course, the teams that are in the mix, we need to also pay attention to right now. So, Stoke have Bristol, Brentford away at Sheffield United. That should be a tough one. Derby away at Preston. Despite the fact that Brentford won that, the way the rest of the match has played out, just about both of them, just about, still in it. Luton have Leeds, that's another tough one. Fulham have Watford, and Palace are away at Oxford. So, some important games in there. Some tough games for the rest of these guys. Had a bit of a team talk with them. In the meantime, that's perked them up a bit. Morale is high once more. Now, despite what happened last time out, I'm only going to make 2 changes to the system that we have. Number 1, Madeira. Bit of news came through in the week. He's learnt English, so I'm going to start him. We won't start positive, and I'm going to push Lentus back on to a cover role because he prefers it in terms of his accomplishedness in that sense. So I still think on paper he is technically a better player than Sergi to start with. So despite his performance, I'm going to persevere with him in that role. One thing I have noticed though is the fact that we play on the Friday and then the Monday. This is presumably like the Easter weekend. So it means after all that, Medina won't be back before Edgar is. Would have been nice to have a natural defender back in time, but okay. And really, the only other thing to mention is the fact that Dutra is obviously now fully back match sharp. So, no more 4 goals, I would hope. Just when you look at him in general, 76 appearances, conceded 65. That includes a year in the Championship, mostly. 25 and 45, and then now 40, 8 of which were in the last 2 games. So it would have been 32 in 29 games before last match. Just saying, 23 clean sheets last year, 11 in a Championship. I've clicked submit. I hope the team was okay. So it's 4-4-1-1 for Lincoln. Side defensive, considering. Today's the day. One person cares. Now, like I said, I did hold a team meeting, and they seem to enjoy that in the midweek. And that has hopefully knocked off this morale dip that we've had thanks to losing to West... That started with losing to West Brom and was compounded with a unsurprising loss thanks to obviously the international situation we had with Birmingham City's match. Otherwise, though, on the ball, this is 3 minutes into the game. Bit of possession for us. Sergio, Lentus, Ebbers back. This is probably going to work its way across the pitch at some point. There it goes. Madeira. Outwards, I imagine, here to Davila. Here we are. Davila now charging in on number 14. Passing number 14. Plays it back to no one in particular. Madeira is there, though, to capitalise on the defence's poor touch. And finally, gets his 11th goal of the season. Pretty certain he's been on 10 since January. Glad I put him back in the team now. So, yeah, Davila does go past their right back with relative ease. Great defensive tackle, I would say, on shot, but it just ends up at Madeira's feet, and the reactions are there to deal with it. 1-0 York. Good start. And 3 points here, if no one else wins above us, does put us back into the top 6. Nacelle has put a through ball to shot. Not sure his onsideness. He was off. But lovely vision, as always, from Callum Nacelle. I mean, Callum Nacelle is now officially the benchmark, for me, of overachieving players. If anyone watches these, who watch my Burnley stream save, you know that can we stop giving away penalties? That's 3 in 3 games now. There, number 9 steps up. And the way things are... Oh, good, yes, that goes in at 95 miles an hour. Then number 9 has scored 3 goals all season. We were told to watch out for him before this match. I mean, clearly he's prolific. Media highlight, though. If we can stop giving away penalties, that would be nice, though. Davila, Rodrigo, goes all the way back to Sergio, Lentus. So Ebersbach's making, I was about to say, a nice run on that right-hand side, but it's nice to square it weirdly across the pitch, and then Squires does the worst pass I've ever seen in this game. Davila, Nacelle, back out to Madeira. Now, this has worked quite nicely. Nacelle, and there's a player who can pass. Shot heads it over. No one else in the playoff picture are winning. So, tell a lie, Fulham have just scored. One person in the play lent Squires. Pretty certain he's already scored this season. Why is it now telling me that's his first goal of the season? Pretty certain the game's broken. He's scored already. I think it's mostly because it's not Squires who scored. I'm going to have to investigate this situation. I have no idea what's just happened. Lentus was the one who did the shot. Squires was next to him, so I can only assume it's brushed him on his way past. But it's definitely not Squires' first goal of the season, because I remember saying when he scored earlier in the season on an episode that might have been his first goal ever. And I checked and he scored twice before that. Davila, Inwards again. Shots there. Smashes it the goalkeeper. Off it goes. Half time approaches. There's a corner, which we're not going to bother talking about because there it is. And there it goes. Played well. There's room for improvement. Let's be honest, there is. I'm losing my mind. It is his first goal of the season. Well, I remember making that commentary at some point. He must not have scored. He must have gone close or missed a penalty or something like that. I'm not sure. But I definitely have in deja vu on checking those stats, the fact he has scored twice before. Nothing is happening in the second half. Something is happening in the second half. Oxford are beating Crystal Palace. I would say with Brentford losing to Sheffield United 4-1, as things stand, they are definitely out of it now. As a Derby who must also be losing because they've not gained any points either. At this stage, with everything as it is, I would argue that Luton, us, Palace, Stoke and Fulham are the only ones left realistically. No, mathematically they're still in it, but realistically I think that's it. This highlight's gone on forever already. Madeira, back to Squires. Fruta shot, wonderful through ball. His assists aren't particularly high. Apparently he's offside. I'm not really good at spotting that. I didn't that time and it's not even going to show me. Thanks, game. Appreciate it. I didn't even have my suspicions that one was offside. I think I was too focused on the through ball. Cooper charges at Shao. Shao lets him get away with it. Rodrigo clears. Shot's going to get on the end of that clearance. Thought he was about to turn number 4. Basically does by the means of a 1-2. Has all the work to do, hits it wide. All of a sudden we're 5th because nobody else seems to be winning. Shot's not had his best game. South up front. Eversback's had a poor game after actually having decent games recently. Lee Tao on the right. And yeah, that's it. I've left it a little late, but in fact I'm just going to do one other change and that's swap Shao over on the sides and bring Burrows on the right just because Davila is a little bit tired and I probably should have rested him. I forgot about that. But a pretty uneventful second half, actually. Folks, I'm pretty certain something strange is happening. Callum Lascelles made his 300th career appearance. Literally, I recorded the last episode literally a few minutes ago. Definitely said 250. A good win, boys. Well done. So Fulham won. No one else did. Crystal Palace tied on 71. Luton 70. Stoke 69. Fulham 68. At this stage, I suspect only a one-game swing is going to affect things, so they're the ones to keep an eye on still. I need to have a look at this. Go home game, you're drunk. 250 was correct. You were right the first time. Good to know that the game only can count up to 250. 248, 249, 250, 300. That's how it works, right? Ian Holloway's in charge of Reading. He's done Salford, Portsmouth, Derby and then Reading in this save. Considering he's just gone to Grimsby in real life, he's about to take a team to the Premier League. There's a bit of a disparity there. The team that bested us are now out. Southampton beat Liverpool on the other one, so Southampton Man City is the final. Good to know that we would have had to face Man City in the next round had we beaten West Brom. So the matches to pay attention to today, well, in the second part of today, are Stoke versus Blackburn, Palace versus Preston, Luton versus Sheffield Wednesday, Fulham v Wigan, and we're the 5th. I think I've done that right. Of course, we're playing now top of the table Reading, so what a fantastic time to play them without our star defender. Now, I rested the lads, so they should be okay for this one, and they are. Now, Madeira had a great match. I'm not going to make any other changes to the lineup. This feels like the team that can do it. We're at home. I'm going to start positive. They are on top of the table. We're 6th. And away we go. Same team as last time. Let's raise our game to their level, shall we? Some good responses. Some happy responses. Lascelles' 3rd yellow card of the season. Doesn't get booked that often. Davila. Lovely through ball from Squires. Well, I say lovely through ball. It's gone away from him. It was looking like a lovely through ball from Squires to Shot, but yeah, curled away from him a little bit there. Shao should get on the end of this. Plays it back to the goalkeeper, and I'm worried. No one's charging him down, though, so that's something. Lascelles on a booking. This time, he's the one to play the through ball to Shot. Pretty certain we're not on play it long, but okay. And I've seen it twice. They are playing with a pretty tired attacking line, actually. Both Puskas and Cotterill already sub 80%. Puskas in particular. Now Kuna, Patada, Sanders, sorry, couldn't resist. Cotterill, tackled by Davila, lovely tackle. Lascelles on the ball. Patient passing play from us for the time being. Ebbers back. Makes his way from Lascelles to Madeira on this near side. Madeira has made it 2 goals in 2 games, I think that is. Apparently knowing English made all the difference. Admittedly, he scored 10 goals before that, but not since January. But yeah, Lascelles. Lascelles is playmaking genius at times. Seriously. The balls he plays on occasion are sensational. Sheffield Wednesday beating Luton. Important for Sheffield Wednesday. Good for us in terms of Luton. Looks like Palace are winning as well, but no one else is. So the gap is 4 points. Currently, half an hour into this match. None of the others keeping pace. Shot smashes that post with vindication. Good God. No, Palace are playing Preston. So, 1-0 up at league leaders Reading. We could be doing Leeds a favour here, actually, by beating them. I've stressed Davila out. Almost an immediate highlight in the second half. I say I could be doing Leeds a favour. They're not capitalising. Sheffield United are. That has all of a sudden become really tight at the top. Because I'm pretty certain Leeds... Last time I paid attention to the very, very top, Leeds and Reading were 3 points clear of both Sheffield teams. Both Sheffield teams have recovered that. And suddenly it's Reading and Sheffield Wednesday have the same goal difference. There's a corner. We had it. Rodrigo probably goes back out here. No, he doesn't. Not the greatest, but Ebersbach's turn. Not the greatest either. Back to Davila. It looks like Fulham are now winning, but Palace have conceded. Lentus. Madeira. This is going somewhere. Madeira. What? I mean, there's playing backwards, and then there's sort of that. Shao. On the light. That's the end of the highlight, is it? I mean, I'm baffled by the back pass. You're in the box. Passes it back 30 yards. Miguel Louise. We're not great at defending set pieces. Nearly another one for the book. 17 minutes played. Still winning. Davila's on 69% and booked. I'm swapping him over and bringing Burrows on. Ben Squires is going to get replaced for Carter. I'll leave Shot out there for the time being, even though he's on a 6.4. The time being is now over, and Lloyd South is coming on. Just demand a little bit more to keep them focused in these last 10 minutes or so. As time ticks away, there's a highlight with 30 seconds to go. I'm merely hoping this is a highlight purely because the rest of this half had really nothing to it. Carter goes close. There's a moment of suspense there as that bounced past the post. Anyway, we're into beyond the end of that. There's a corner highlight, which presumably going nowhere. There we are. 1-0, Madeira. Does Issel now have 350 career appearances? No. Well done, lads. Good win for us. And suddenly, 2 on the bounce. Again. That team talk all of the difference. There's 2 matches left, guys. I'm not going to rest them. Other than in here, of course. Right, so after 3 losses on the bounce, we now have 2 wins on the bounce. And basically every other team in the chasing pack slipped up. Preston continued to do the exact opposite of what you expect them to do, by beating Palace in the end. Fulham won. Everyone else lost. I'm pretty certain. It's like nobody else wants to get promoted. I've even lost... I lost 3 games in a row and with 3 points clear. Admittedly, we did just beat Reading, who were top, but 2 games left, 3 points clear. In terms of Palace, our goal difference is worse. In terms of Fulham and Luton, our goal difference is better. But I have a 4-point advantage on Luton. So yeah, if we lose either game and Fulham win out, then depending on the goal difference swing, that might factor in there. If we lose either game and Crystal Palace win out, then they're ahead of us in goal difference regardless. A 3-point advantage with 2 games to go and a goal difference that sort of works is interesting. Obviously, if we lose both, then we're in danger of basically everyone still behind us, apart from Brentford. So it's the same team still in the picture in general in terms of the playoffs. Because let's not forget, Stoke. I would say Brentford's goal difference puts that against them in terms of getting past Palace, and there's too many teams ahead of them that could also capitalise. I suspect they're out of it. So Fulham, Luton, Stoke, still all in the mix. Everything still to play for, 2 games to go. Oxford next, and then Stoke on the final day. That could matter. That could matter. I will see you for that tomorrow. Until then, ta-ra.